Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Toby's Talk Show, and today we'll be talking about the Denver Nuggets and my thoughts on them, specifically this season after the Jamal Murray injury. And we could get into kind of what their future will look like, how this injury is going to affect, their future seasons, etc. So let's jump into it. As you guys know, 2 days ago, I guess a day and a half ago, as I'm recording this, um, Jamal Murray with 50 seconds left decided to take it to the rim, which he honestly didn't need to. He could have just held the ball and wasted clock, which it hurts even more about situations that he didn't even have to do that. Especially, he was on a bum knee. The knee that he tore was already hurting, and 50 seconds left. First came back from an injury, I believe, and he does that. It sucks. Like this injury for some reason, honestly, to me, I'll be honest with you guys, it hit me differently. Like it was something that I really just couldn't stop thinking about, and I can't really tell you why. I think it has to be obviously, I love Jamal Murray as a player, but I think it crushes me because I know that it crushes the Nuggets' hopes of winning a championship, and I was very excited this year, and I think a lot of NBA people were to see what a MVP Jokic could do with the same team, but with upgrades. This team got better from last year, um, and it just sucks that we won't ever know, ever, in our lifetimes, what this team could have done full potential. And it happens every year. Don't get me wrong. There are always injuries, and I think that's what some NBA fans have to take into account. Is like, look, there is luck that comes into this sport, specifically with injuries, because star player gets injured, there's nothing you could do about it, and obviously they're not going to be the team that they were with the guy. But yeah, for this year, like I said, it hurts specifically because we all know that the Nuggets won't be the same. And you could say, oh, the guy takes 16 shots, someone else could take those shots. But the difference between Jamal Murray and every other player besides Jokic on the Nuggets was that you could rely on him when it was in the clutch. What you notice with NBA games is that the first 3.5 quarters, if it's close, it's back and forth, there's ball movement. But then when you come in the last 6 minutes and it's a close game, all eyes are on each player's best player. It becomes a lot of ISO, and it makes sense because it's like, all right, you want your best shooter, or you want your best player to take the final shots, right? You don't want if you're the Nuggets, Paul Millsap taking a three with 3 minutes left. With the game on the line, you want your best player, which is Jokic, or in some cases Jamal Murray, and that's what they're going to lose. I think a lot is that Jamal Murray really turns it up in the playoffs. And he's a clutch bucket getter for the Nuggets, and they can't replace that. I love Michael Porter Jr. I wanted the Knicks to draft him 2 years ago. Yep, we drafted Knox ahead of him. You don't got to comment that, I know. But yeah, I mean, Michael Porter Jr. He's not someone I could trust taking a final shot. I'll take that over a lot of things every single day. Obviously, it also hurts Jokic, not even in his MVP race, because I still think he could carry the Nuggets to a top 4 seed and win it if Embiid doesn't win it. But what I just find really sad is that obviously Jokic won't have that second man anymore to play with and distribute and just work the offense perfectly with. So it does. It really, really sucks. And looking into the future, Jamal Murray won't just be out, which hurts even more for just, the end of this season. They're not going to cut it and be like, all right, Jamal will be back. He'll probably miss at least the first half of next year also, which makes it scary for a team like the Nuggets because, first of all, the guy's making $30 million a year, so you can't just replace, a player with his talent with someone else because you don't have the cap for it. But you can't make that many moves this year because of it, or this off season. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Nuggets will do. I think, with a Jokic there, a guy like Jokic still there, they're going to be a good team no matter what. But looking at this year, they probably just went from contenders to second round exits. At, the best case scenario, second round exits. And then in the future, it's not going to look that good because they're going to have to face a tough team next year because they're probably going to be a 4 or 5 seed once again with this injury. When I first saw the injury, I thought there was hope for the Nuggets this year and in years to come because, Jamal Murray takes 16 shots a game, I believe, and so you could replace those shots with good-looking shots from Monte Morris or Michael Porter Jr., etc. But like I said, that's not the issue. It's when it's playoff time and everyone's looking at you and everyone knows what's going to happen, who's going to step up, and Jamal Murray was that guy to step up before he went down. That's really it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the Denver Nuggets down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.